Hey, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. If you watch this channel, then you know a few things about my game. One, I don't wear a glove generally. For 5 years of videos, you will find a couple where I am wearing a glove. Now, why will you find those videos? Either they are about the glove or they're brand new videos. That said, I have been playing with a glove for the last 3 months. So today I want to talk to you about what happened when I started wearing a glove, what kind of glove I'm using, and the pros and cons of using a glove. So let's get started. So when a couple months ago, I decided to try a glove, I had my choice. I'm fortunate enough that we have a successful channel. I have sponsors. I have people that want to sponsor me, and people sent me gloves. And I tried 3 different brands. I'm not going to mention the other brands that I tried, but I settled on the Predator Second Skin glove. Now, some of you are going to say, well, Predator sponsors him, and that's why he settled on the Predator glove. I can wear any glove I want. The Predator Second Skin glove was the one that, number one, felt most consistent, didn't have frays in it. I think that's the term you're looking for when, materials start coming apart. So with 3 different companies sending me gloves to test out, I could have used any of the 3 gloves that I had. A couple of the other ones, I will tell you just flat out, did not last very long. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Some people are just flat out opposed to wearing a glove. Why are they flat out opposed to it? Well, their reasons usually don't make any sense. It's things like, oh, it's not traditional, or real men don't wear gloves in pool, or, something to that effect. They also are the same people who have never seen a pro match in their lives. They're the same people that don't realize that the most traditional of all players that I know, the most old school player, other than maybe Efren, is Earl Strickland. Earl's got on 2 gloves, okay? And there's a reason that 10 out of 10 players in the Mosconi Cup are wearing gloves, even though I think 10 out of 10 also have carbon fiber shafts. And it's simple. It's consistency. If you don't use the technology and the equipment available to you, you will get left behind. And there's a couple guys out there that are playing with wooden shafts and no gloves, and they play on a world-class basis, but you are restricting yourself. And that's okay. A wacky bridge, a wacky stroke, a wacky cue, wacky, that's fine. If it works for you, that's fine. But don't shoot down everyone else who is doing it, who are doing things so that they have something that is most important in pool, and that is consistency. The reason we bring our own cues is because you want to have something that is consistent and familiar in your hand. So keep in mind, we're not using carbon fiber because it's so super strong it's going to last forever, even though it's less likely to warp, but it's consistency. You know how you take that nice wooden cue out of the bag and the shaft is so smooth? And if you're like me, you're thinking it will never be this smooth again. And then months later, you're using sandpaper or something that immediately eliminates the warranty on that cue. When your hands are sweaty, when they're sticky, when they're dirty, because the table is dirty or it's got, gazillion reps on it, or some idiot spilled beer on it 2-3 hours ago. All of those things affect how your hand reacts to the cue. Most pool players do not wash our hands as often as we should. If you thought about how dirty a pool table is, how dirty pool balls are, especially in some of the places where we play, you don't want to see your hand under a microscope. But we still don't wash our hands as often as we should. Why? Well, one reason is we're lazy. The second reason is your hand, your palm, your stroke, your bridge, all of that feels different after you washed your hands. whether it's the lotion in the soap or the fact that they're clean for the first time today or whatever the case. Consistency is what you get from a glove. This glove is exactly the same as it was months ago when I first took it out of the wrapper and said, let's see if I can play with this thing. This is why you see 10 out of 10 players in the Mosconi Cup wearing a glove. The heat of battle will change your body temperature, and people have sweaty hands. My hands never sweat, but at the same time, I want my bridge, I want my stroke, I want everything to be as consistent as possible. If I miss a shot, I want it to be that my stroke is broken, not because my bridge hand is different than it was when I was putting in all those reps. Now, let's talk about the negatives, because there's a downside to it. First off, if you're super cheap or you're super traditionalist, I don't know how you made it this far, because you're probably not going to do it, even if it improves your game. I've got a lot of traditionalists out there who are so set on tradition that they're falling behind. Those people, let's set that aside. Somebody needs to rack. Now, what are the downsides of the glove? Number one, it does cost money. You got to spend about $30 to get a decent glove, I think. There might be some cheaper ones out there, less expensive, that hold up well. I can't tell you. Two that I tried, other than this one, were very high-end brands, and I didn't like the way they held up. Second downside on the glove is when you get accustomed to it, and I'm a couple months in, many weeks in on using a glove. When you get accustomed to it, you become almost dependent on it. I don't want to say you're dependent on it, almost dependent on it. When I get down on a shot right now, and those of you that wear gloves on a regular basis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If I grab my cues and get down on a shot and I don't have my glove on, I am very conscious of it. So it has spoiled me, which means you better have a backup. My bags used to be there. You better have a backup in your bag. All right. I even have a backup in the glove compartment of my car. I figure wherever I am, my car is, if I forgot this glove that I've been working out in, then there's going to be an identical glove in my glove compartment. Most high-end pool halls are going to have gloves that they're selling. So if you don't remember to take your glove, you're probably going to be able to get another one. And not everybody can afford to have one in their bag, one in their glove compartment, one on their practice table. I understand that, but I'm just telling you, that's a downside, is that when I get down to take a shot and I don't have the glove on, I immediately turn to look for my glove. The third thing, and this is kind of wacky, this second skin glove is like a second skin, okay? I have on a number of occasions had food delivered to the pool hall and went to eat, because I don't wash my hands often enough, right? We already determined that. But I've gone to get ready to eat and realize I still have my glove on. I've gotten to the men's room to wash my hands and realize I still have my glove on. I've gotten in my car and realized I still have my glove on, okay? So one of the downsides is you might look a little wacky walking around with this one glove on that's got the fingers cut out, and you're walking out to your car. If you could count that as a negative, that's something that has happened to me a number of times. I shoot a lot of pool every day, and I get so used to this thing being on my hand that I forget to take it off. So if that's a negative, let's count it as a negative. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Have a great day. Get yourself a second skin glove. I love it. If it doesn't work out for you, guess what? You stop wearing it. Try something else. But ask yourself why, out of 25 of the best players on earth, at least 20 of the 25 are wearing a glove.
Don't forget to subscribe.